We recording. Are we recording? I think we recording. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cook and Jook, the show where we combine good food and good music. Uncle Yeyo is in the house, and today we're making something that's very simple, but it's like good. That's a great introduction. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cook and Jook, the show where we combine good food and good music. My name is Yeyo, Uncle Yeyo, and today we're making a dish that is very simple. It can be very fulfilling, in my opinion, and doesn't take a whole lot. We will need a cast iron pan, a pot, a Dutch oven if you want, a non-stick skillet that can go into the oven, because we're going to start on the stove and we're going to finish in the oven. I don't have a fancy name for it. It's just like a cast iron chicken, and we're going to get some pieces of chicken, season them, get a little oil on there, start them here, skin side down or presentation side down, and we're going to throw some vegetables on there, finish in the oven. Easy peasy. Let's go season this chicken. Come on over here with me. I got some chicken over here. I need a lens that lets more light into the shot, but that's okay. That lens is super expensive. I will have it one day. Oh shoot. All right, there we go. Okay, up. All right. Alright, so here we go. We got some chicken. I bought a big old bag of chicken, and I spent a lot of yesterday just cutting and cleaning chicken. So this is all dark meat. Nothing crazy, just a couple legs, couple thighs. You know, I'm dolo, so I don't need to cook a whole lot. Alright now. Alright. Our ingredients. I'm not really measuring, to be honest with you. Got some salts. This is going to be probably about a teaspoon-ish. Salt. Make sure you get up under that skin. Alright. A little bit more. A couple more for good luck. And I don't know how it happens, but whenever I use a glove, I still get stuff inside the glove. Does that happen to you? I still get stuff in there. Like I don't know how. I don't know how. We got some paprika. This is gonna add some color, not a whole lot of flavor, but you know, paprika's cool. You come to the cookout. I'm gonna add some chili powder because I want some a little bit of heat, a little bit of smokiness. All right, get up under that skin. See, it's giving it a nice color. All right, garlic powder. Garlic powder, getting up under the skin of that thigh right there. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Onion powder. Pepper. I'd say roughly a teaspoon of each. Let's go over here. Ooh, that onion powder is serious. And I'm missing something. I'm missing cumin. I want to get some cumin up in here. Cumin's going to give it a nice smoky flavor, and I want that, and it's all the way over here. All right. Cumin. Cumin's pretty strong stuff. It's good stuff. Come on now. I just called you strong. Don't be punking out on me, yo. Yo, my man, you was talking all that smack like 5 minutes ago. Come on. Oh. Oof. Alright, get some cumin up in there. It's acting real fugazi right now. Alright. Trust me, I'm not pouring that. It doesn't look like I'm pouring a little bit, but it's actually not really coming out. But we're getting there. We're getting there. And then I want to add a little bit. I'm going to add some canola oil. You could do olive oil if you want. I'm going to go just a couple of, maybe like 3 tablespoons of canola oil. Just massage that up in there. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you from here? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, no, I've been living here for 4 years. Yeah, no, I used to live in LA and oh, word. Oh, you like hip hop? Oh, I like hip hop too. Okay. Oh, you know Jason? Yeah, man, I went to school with Jason. In fact, I'm gonna see Jason in 3 weeks. Man. I'm gonna meet with him in Houston. Yeah. Okay. Hey, that's cool. Hey, man. Yo, so, yo, let me get your number. Here's my IG. Right. So what we're gonna do with this, we're gonna go into that pan over there. We're gonna start on the oven. We're gonna get a nice little char on the skin. We're gonna turn it over. I'm gonna add some vegetables. We're gonna finish it in the oven. And that's it. Now, of course, you can marinate this. I ain't got that kind of time. I'm not gonna lie, it's Sunday. I'm tired, but I'm hungry. But I think this is a good like weeknight kind of meal. Obviously, you can make more pieces. This is just for me, and I got some leftover rice. I might throw that in the mix later on when it comes time to eat. But I just want to make sure that all the chicken is coated. Like I said, we got some vegetables. I got some sweet peppers. These are yellow and orange peppers. I got some jalapenos, and I got a couple of mushrooms over here that are just hanging out. I'm gonna throw them all in the pan, get them going on the stove, and then we'll move them over to the oven. So I got that pan. It looks like it's smoking a little bit. Let's get a look at this pan. Disregard that dirty pan in the sink. And now I only have one hand, so I'm trying to operate this camera with one hand and move my tripod. I did not think this through. Forgive me for the extreme close-up of my shirt. But here we go. Sorry if you're dizzy. I'm a little dizzy low-key. All right. I'll put just a little bit of oil in there just to kind of get it going. Get it going. This thing's about to start smoking. And I just want to make sure that the skin is back where it needs to be. All right. This is gonna be good. And once we get this chicken going, we'll get started on the vegetables. The vegetables, I already rinsed them off. I do have to clean the mushrooms, add a little salt and pepper to them, nothing crazy. All right. You can hear that. I have the stove on about medium high, about a 7-ish. Now when you're adding stuff to a pan, when you're trying to get a sear, try not to add it all at once, because what you can do is you can lower the temperature of the pan so much that you hear that sizzle. That will go away and you'll start to hear a boil. So your meat will start boiling instead of sizzling. So you won't get any kind of sear. You know, so what we're looking for is a sear. We don't have the pan super hot. This is gonna get hot enough, trust. This is cast iron. We ain't playing no games right here. I'm excited for today's song. I've been thinking about it today. It's a song that I first came across in college from a group that I love very much. And a group that I'm not gonna lie, back in the day, I thought we could have maybe collaborated back in the day. We were both in college around the same time, and you know, I ended up reaching out to one of the members back in the day, and this is on MySpace, so I'm dating myself. But you know, we chatted a little bit, you know, but nothing ever came of it. I'm gonna go with the legs right here. The smell is crazy. I'm telling you, the cumin and the chili powder. So what I'm doing now is I'm scooping. I'm scooping all that seasoning. You see all that? Am I too close? Can you focus, Mr. Cannon? Can you focus, Mr. 90D? All right. I'm scooping. I'm just scraping all the seasonings. All right. Now let's see. So I wore a glove to protect my hand from all the stuff. Let's see if I have any stuff on my hand. All right. Okay. All right. I see you. I'm still wash my hand though, because I don't 100% trust it. But you know, plus you're dealing with chicken. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like afraid of chicken. I'll be honest with you. I'll season chicken and I'll taste it raw. I don't care. Never gotten sick. Not saying that's what you should do, but I grew up in a house where my mother my Puerto Rican mother with seasoned chicken or beef or pork or anything else, she would literally run her finger across the raw chicken or the raw pork or whatever, and she would look at me and she'd go, and I go, and she'll put her finger on my tongue and I would taste the food like that to make sure that it was seasoned properly. I'm gonna turn this oven on, probably about like 300. Move my camera up a little bit. Let me just, all right, there we go. So yeah, so let's get these vegetables ready. I got a couple of mushrooms that I just want to clean off and cut up. You know what they say you should clean as you go when it comes to cooking. So I'm gonna put away some of the things that I don't need anymore. I think we're good on the cumin. I think we're good on the paprika and garlic powder. I think we're good there. And I'll go over here. Onion powder, I think we're good here. Chili powder. For the vegetables, I'm just gonna do salt and pepper. Now, I know I got all this stuff, to be honest. If you just need a couple of things, salt, pepper, that's it. If you can only afford one, get salt. That's it, as far as spices and seasonings go. Everything else is just like gluttony, curiosity, and boredom. All this stuff over here is great, but if you gotta be a minimalist about your seasoning, salt, pepper, everything else is just extra. Though I'm not gonna lie, I do love the fact that I'm learning more about like cooking Asian food and stuff like that. It's a part of my heritage that I'm not super duper connected with, and I just want to increase that. So I'm learning more about, you know, making wontons from scratch and stuff like that. Not so much like the wonton wrapper, but like the fillings and all that. So I've been doing it. One day I'll show you my my wonton recipes. You know, I got the frozen wonton. I got about 80 of these. They're great. I love them, and I hope to make more of them. So the chicken, we're gonna let this go for probably about 7-8 minutes. Get my tongs ready. I don't know why I always rinse stuff before I use it. It's a thing I got. Same thing with plates. I'm gonna rinse this plate because you know what? Whenever I wash something in the dishwasher, and put in the comments if you can relate, I always feel like there's like an essence of the detergent. Like you can like smell it. It doesn't smell bad, but I always feel like there's like a film or something. Like I just want to get it off. So when I hand wash stuff, I don't do that. So let's see this chicken. Let's give it a quick little glance. Not there yet. Turn this up a little bit. And my stove is not like 100% level, so it kind of leans to the right a little bit. So I'm gonna just give it a little turn so that some of this oil can make its way down this way, so that there's evenness in the cooking. But I got my oven going at about 300. I got my peppers over here ready to go. I got some mushrooms, and like I said, I have some rice that I may throw in later. You might see that, you might not. Who knows? But let's chop up some mushrooms. Come on. I'm lonely. Is there anybody out there? All right, so we're just gonna cut these up just into some big pieces, nothing crazy. You can quarter them if you want, you can halve them. I'm just gonna probably have some of the smaller ones. This one's kind of big, we'll probably quarter this one. The chicken's getting some nice color. Let me just have this one right here. So let me show you what I'm looking for over here. I really gotta change it. There we go. All right, so see the color. I hope there's not dripping on the counter, but if it is, so be it. We're gonna turn that over. This one got some really good color. All right. So we're good on the coloring. I'll just bring it in so you can see what we're working with. Alright, so now have some vegetables, just throw them in there wherever they can find some space. We may not have space for all of them. That's cool. I'm gonna throw in the jalapenos in there. I'll probably eat these like a snack. But I do want the mushrooms in there because I already cut them and I don't know what else to do with them. So we're gonna get these over here. We'll find a space for them. We'll let them cook down for a couple of minutes. And then we will throw them in the oven. We're gonna find a space for them. So I'm gonna maneuver some things and make some moves over here. Move this piece of chicken over here. You know, some of these things will wilt. They'll become smaller in the cooking process. We'll do this for a couple minutes. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna get some more oil. I don't want a whole lot of oil. Let me just do a couple of tablespoons and just kind of sprinkle it around. We don't really need a whole lot. I think we're okay. Okay. Get a little bit of salt. Sprinkle some on some of the mushrooms and some of the peppers. Now some of that seasoning from the chicken is going to come off of the chicken as it cooks. And we'll probably spoon some of that on top. We got some of the pepper. And this is a nice little one-pan dish. Like I said, you know, if you want to add some stuff, like I have some leftover rice. I may eat that later. Who knows? If you're on the low carb thing, obviously, stay away from the rice. You're doing your keto thing. Or if you just don't care, you're like, I'm going to eat my rice. Eat the rice, man. It's alright. You know, you could add mashed potatoes to this. You could add all types of stuff to this. So how are you doing? Do you see my shirt? Did I show you my shirt? You see this? Sorry I was on mute? Tell me, how many times have you heard this during the meeting? Tell me. I heard this at work, and I got amazing coworkers. I love them all. I heard this probably 3 times last week. And we only have like 1 to 2 meetings, so it's happening multiple times per meeting. But yeah, it doesn't really matter what company you work for. You always gonna have this. So if you like this shirt, I got a link for it below. Feel free to check it out. That would really help this channel out. This dish to me is just something that, again, one pan, it just works. It just works. It's simple. It's chicken and 3 vegetables. 2 if you're not trying to break the jalapenos and the sweet peppers into different categories because they're peppers. It's 3 things. Some olive oil, some spices. If you want, like I said, you can just go salt, pepper, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. We're starting this on the stove, and we're going to throw this in the oven. I'm going to put it in the oven in a couple of minutes and just let it finish cooking there. What I do want is to get the cooking process started on the stove, and then we're going to leave it in the oven for probably 20 minutes. I have it at about 300, maybe about 325. And if you were going to go longer, obviously you can go lower temperature. I don't want to keep it going too long. One, like I said, it's a Sunday night. I got to work in the morning. I ain't trying to stay up too late. It's already late. But Here's where it is. And I think this combines two interesting cooking techniques. You know, just cooking on the stove and finishing in the oven. To me, it adds a je ne sais quoi. You know, there's something about cooking something on the stove and just having it on the stove. I think there's a little bit more of a sexiness to it. Like if I was cooking for, a nice, a pretty woman that I was interested in, I would probably cook something where it involved me using multiple pieces of the kitchen, where it's like I'm chopping up here, that I'm here, that I'm here. Because you see stuff like that in restaurants a lot of times, where it's like, you stick it in the broiler. It just makes you, in my opinion, it just kind of looks more skillful. Even though like this dish can completely be made on the stove. But also another thing, that you hear the noise coming from the pan, right? It's loud. It can be a bit hard to have a conversation. So what happens is, I'm going to show you what happens. Since you and I are having a conversation. Okay, let me just give this a couple more turns. You see that color on that jalapeno? You see that? Maybe you're not. I promise y'all, I'm going to get me a lens. I have a lens that can allow more light in, but it's so massive that it would tilt the camera over with the tripod that I'm using, so I can't use it for this. Alright. So now what happens is you're having this loud conversation with this person. And you want to get to know them. You want to ask them what their favorite kind of music is. You want to ask them about their family. When you do something like this, and you take this loud dish and you put them in the oven, all of a sudden, a lot of that noise goes away. It's very quiet. You can chop it up still. Turn the stove off. I'm gonna bring this oven down to about 300. And now we can talk. Oh, so you from where? Oh, you from Syracuse? Okay, cool, y'all. I used to want to go to Syracuse for their journalism program. Half of ESPN went to Syracuse. I've never been up there. Back in the day when University of Miami was in the Big East, we used to play against Syracuse. They were good, man. Marvin Graves and Quadri Ishmael. Yada, yada, yada. But anyway, I'm having fun. This channel is becoming something that I'm really falling in love with. And this isn't my first channel. It's not my second channel. But, as somebody who's trying to become a content creator, I'm learning just a lot about myself, what works, how can I bring my passion to this small screen of YouTube, and it just makes sense to just record myself cooking because I love to do it. I've been doing it since I was a kid, and I've been making music since I was a kid, and who doesn't love music? Who doesn't love food, Anyway, I'm gonna leave this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna pull it out and see what we got. I'll be back. All right, so here we go. We just took the chicken out of the oven. It's been about 15 minutes at 325-ish. Got a little char on some of the vegetables. I don't want them to cook down like that much, so I got a little bit of char. Some of it is on the underside. It's continuing to cook. You might be able to hear it. But I'm going to let that sit there for probably about like 5 minutes-ish. It's going to be hot for a very long time, and then we're gonna try it out. And I have some leftover rice right here. What you know about this red basmati rice? You don't know about this. You don't know about this. I made that. I'll show you how to make that in another video, but I'm gonna put some of that in the microwave, and we'll make a little meal out of this. But yeah, this is it. This is it. You can eat this by itself and be totally straight. So stay tuned. We've had this chicken and these vegetables in the oven for about 15 minutes at about 325. Now we're about to plate. I have some leftover this red basmati rice. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if you can see that, but it's amazing. I'll show you how to make that some other time. But let's see if we can get this plated nicely. Not bad, not bad. Gonna get some chicken. Oh, this is hot. This is super hot. Ow, ow, ow. All right. All right, let's get a piece of chicken over here. Let's get 2 pieces of chicken over here. We're gonna get some vegetables. Vegetables. We got the green peppers, the jalapenos, some yellow peppers. We got some mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are like the homie that's down for whatever. Like, yo, like, what are we getting into? Shout out to the mushrooms. Let me grab this glove because this plate is hot. And we got some of the juice, some of the grease from the chicken. It's doing good stuff. I'm gonna pour some over the vegetables, pour some over the chicken, just a little bit. All right. All right. Let's see what we got going on over here. All right. Grab a spoon. First, I'm gonna try the rice. Even though I've already tried it. I haven't tried it with the gravy. Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That works. Let me turn off this oven. That works. I made this red basmati rice, and it's really good. It's really good. I put tomatoes and beets and all types of stuff in it. Mushroom. Mushrooms, man. They never disappoint. I'm gonna try these peppers. This is the sweet pepper with some rice. Get some jalapeno up in there. So when you cook jalapeno, some of the heat goes away. Also, the heat in the jalapeno is in the seeds. It's not in the flesh or the skin. Now let's try what we came for. The chicken. You see nice coloring. Let's see if I can get a better focus on it. Let's see. You see that, but it's dripping. It's dripping. Look at that. Juicy. Oh my goodness. This is unfair. Like I said, started this on the stove, finished in the oven. Something special about it. I'm gonna get to today's song because I could spend all day talking about how good this is. Even without the rice. The mushrooms are amazing. The jalapenos are cooked just to the point where they're easy to chew, but they still have a little bit of spice in them. Because when you cook jalapenos, the spice can go away. Today's record is a record that I love dearly. It's a record by a group from North Carolina. I used to go back and forth with the lead MC in this group on MySpace. I'm aging myself. Do I have any napkin pieces on my face? I hope not. A gentleman named Phonte. The group is called Littlebrother, and they call themselves Littlebrother because they felt that they were a little brother to the Native Tongues movement, which is like De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest and some other folks. It was like a conscious East Coast hip hop collective. And this is a record that I became aware of when I was in college. And I love this record the first time I heard it. And this record, whenever I hear it, there's an acoustic guitar. I believe it's an acoustic guitar at the beginning of it. Whenever I hear this acoustic guitar, I feel like my spirit, my soul is just exhaling. It just feels like it's a great feeling. This song is called The Way You Do It. And I love this record. It's the first record that I ever heard from Littlebrother. And they're one of my favorite groups of all time. I hope you enjoy this record. I have the link to the clean version. If you want to hear the regular version, it's around. It's easy to find, but I have the clean version link below. Check it out. Shout out to Phonte, who's probably one of my top 10 favorite MCs ever, just to listen to. Not saying he's one of the top 10 best, but one of my top 10 favorites to listen to. Love Phonte. He's a great singer too. So shout out to him. Shout out to Big Pooh. Shout out to Ninth Wonder, one of the greatest producers, period, of all time. And that's about it. You know, so Cook and Jook, Cast Iron Chicken, Littlebrother, The Way You Do It is the song. And thank you for stopping by. Again, if you like this shirt, sorry I was on mute. It's available at the link below. Check it out. Peace.